If you're clicking on this video, you are wondering how you can get any shiny Pokemon or any legendary Pokemon 100% free in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm going to be going through that in this video, whether it's you're going to be using it for Terra raids, for competitive battles, online, in-game playthroughs, or just to fill your Pokédex and fill up your national decks or your shiny living decks, whatever you're looking for them and using them for. This is going to be one way you can actually try to do it. So I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible for you guys. First, we're going to be on YouTube. That's pretty much all you really need. You do not need an account either. I'm going to show you guys some of the channels on here and some of the ways you can actually find. Pretty much what they are is they're legit Genner. They're like Genner bots that actually gen Pokemon into the game and allow you to trade with them online in the game and being able to get them that way. So there's a few channels currently that are on YouTube that always just they go 24/7, like nonstop pretty much. So no matter what time you're looking for stuff, they should always be going. So what you're going to want to do is just type in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That's what I did on screen for you guys right now. And then you're going to want to go to the filters. You want to go to live. Now there's going to be some here that are kind of relevant, but some of these, like this one right here, like GamingDai, like all these here, like this is one of them that you can actually kind of click on and actually probably get some. I don't really use that one. There's a few other ones that are like a lot more consistent on here. The main one is Shiny Den. This one we're going to probably be using, but like there's a bunch of other ones on here. There's I would not use the Terra raid ones because the Terra raid ones are actually kind of rigged because you need to actually pay money to actually use those ones, or you have to join a Discord server, and if you don't have a Discord to get like a specific code to join them, then you're not going to be able to get anything. And most of the time, it only has limited spots for like Terra raid because there's only allowed to like have 4 people per one. So usually it's just the same people over and over, and it's really difficult to get into those ones. Granted, those are options, but you're kind of just wasting your time and not really easy to do. This one here I would not do. I would not do the Shiny Lock Legends. That's another one I would not really do. But most of these, I don't know, there's a few other ones here. Like a lot of these aren't really crazy, but like there's a few of them, like 2Dose3 Gamers, another common one. If you guys want to go on that one and try to get some stuff. It depends what they really have in rotation, dude. It just kind of depends. So the one I'm going to be using for this is going to be Shiny Den, which I think is the most common one. We're going to try to click on that one, and I'm going to show you guys how to kind of get some of these. So you're going to click on it. Shout out to all these channels as well. But yeah, I'm just kind of using this for like mainly just for kind of teach you guys how to get some stuff. So pretty much what he has here, like what this really is I don't know if the sound's on in the background. Hopefully it's not. If it was, I apologize. But pretty much what this is, a lot of these, you got to look at these as well. Some of these actually are usually frozen. Pretty much what this really is, they have like separate Nintendo Switch consoles that have like robots constantly trading 24/7. Sometimes they freeze and sometimes they get bound up. So like some of them aren't going. Like all these ones here look like they have an error message, so they're probably not currently trading. So all these ones right here as well are like all the ones that are like usually the ones that are free, and then there's ones that are Patreon, which I wouldn't buy those. That's all. That's if you have money to go send to them for like specific stuff, which doesn't really pay to doing. That's just a waste of money. Borderline scam, pretty much. I do not think that's actually like something they should be doing. But all the free ones here, like these are all shut down. This one seems to be going, so we're gonna try to do this one, and I'm gonna hop into game, and we're gonna see if I can get this one for you guys. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna go into game, and you're gonna put this link code right here for the trading code into the link trade, and then you're going to try to just keep searching until you get the robot. Pretty much you'll know when you get the robot because it has a specific IGN of probably like Shiny Den or like Shiny Den Bot or Shiny Den Jenner or something. So let's hop in the game, and I'm going to show you guys how we kind of proceed with this game. Alright, now hopping over into the actual game. What you want to do is take that friend code, or not the friend code, the link trade code, and input it into the link trade, which is right here, which you guys are going to right into the online link trade. Put in that link code, and then you're just going to keep on searching over and over. We're going to try to search for it once. It depends how busy the streams really are, too. Usually, most of the time, the streams aren't really the most busy. It's only like at the beginning when like a patch drops or something, but You get somebody else that's not the robot, you just go back out of the trade right away. It'll take a few times for you to until you actually get like the robot for you to get your like shiny Pokemon or whatever you're looking for. I'll probably fast forward until we find the robot, and then I'll tell you guys what else really goes on and kind of the next few steps. Alright, it only took like about like 2 more trades or whatever, so this here is the shiny Den bot, so this is the one that's going to be trading you the shiny Pokemon, whatever they're currently trading, and whatever link code you put in to try to get the specific Pokemon that they're trading for that one. So I'm just going to trade this up. This is something I got from Wonder Trade. I'm assuming it's going to be one of the Reggies. Let's put this in really good Regice. There it is. Going to trade it. And then it'll send the Pokemon to you. Keep in mind as well, there are some Pokemon in the game that are shiny lock, stuff like the Iron Mons and all of the other like ancient Mons, stuff like Gouging Fire, Raging Bolt, Iron Boulder, Iron Leaves, stuff like that. Those are all shiny locks, so you can still get some of those from these robots, but that you cannot get them in shiny form without them being illegal, so it's really difficult to find them. They also have Master Ball sometime as well, so it's going to end the trade, and that's kind of what it really is. So pretty much depending on what you want, you just go to one of those channels, and you kind of just look at whatever you want, as long as the streams don't seem to be frozen, because like I said, they are Genner robots, so they do gen the Pokemon in-game. They are 100% legal to use online, like you won't get banned or anything to use them online. I'll show you guys some of the other ones I actually got currently. This is the one we currently have. Even if you guys want to farm Master Ball too, it's a good way to farm Master Ball. Even if you just want to send these Mons up to Wonder Trade and just take the item from them some of the time, it's also a good way. But they are all fully hyper trained. See if this one's actually EV trained. This one is EV trained, unfortunately. That's kind of the only one drawbacks with some of these. There are some bots. The main one from Shiny Gen. Shiny Gen usually has theirs with like pre-EV trained like this. If you do not want EVs on your Mons, if you're going to be using them competitively like me, you can either use like EV resetting berries, which will reset the EVs back down to 0, or you can actually just try a different bot. I think another one, I think 2-3 Gamers is another one that's usually going 24/7. And there's 1 or 2 other ones that are sometimes online. They take them down once in a while to kind of reboot and like restock everything, but there's a few other ones that are also live streaming and just sending out shinies and everything pretty much every single time. So some of those ones, most of those, they do not have any EVs, which is a little bit easier, so you can EV train them however you want if you're using them for competitive. Like I said, these are 100% legal to be used online. Same with the Master Ball item. It's an item you can take off the Pokemon and just use it. It's genned in, but it's still legal. There's nothing bad about it. You can use it online, use it to catch Pokemon, whatever. There's nothing bad about it. You will not get banned or anything. The only thing to keep in mind is if you are against hacking, all of these Mons from these robots are all genned into the game with hacking software, but they are all legal to be used online, so keep that in mind. I'm going to say it again because there's going to be somebody in the comments usually. Every single one of these Pokemon you can use online, whether it's for Terra raids, for online battles, whatever it may be, without getting banned because they are all legal. So keep that in mind. But that's pretty much all there really is. Here's a few other things I also got from some of these over the past like week or so that I've just kind of been trying to trade. I was just kind of wanted to see if some of these, like a lot of these I'm going to be using for Regulation G, for VGC coming up, whether that's in the next few weeks or next month or whatever, but I've kind of been trying to stockpile on a lot of legendaries. It's another one I got before the robot was down. This is about a week ago I got this already, but got a Zekrom from it. There's a few other stuff, like you can actually get the legendary Loyal 3 from it as well, which is another thing. Blood Moon Ursaluna, if you guys need a spare Blood Moon Ursaluna, you can get that as well. This one has some really weird EVs. This was another one I got from 2-3 Gamers, so some of theirs do actually have EVs. It just depends which ones you get. But this one has some really weird EVs, but it's not really that big of a deal because if you want to use EV resetting berries, you can reset them back down to 0 and you can still have a really perfect Mon here. You can also actually, it depends on which one you get as well. Like this one's special, SPEU, so technically you can't nickname this one. But like some of them you can actually nickname if like they're English. I think I can nickname some of these. It's Regice I should be able to nickname. So if they're in like the language that your game currently has, or like wherever you're located, I think it depends on your Switch or like the copy of your game. You should be able to nickname all of them as well, unless they're like events. I think the event ones, if they're currently events, you might not be able to nickname them, but most of them you'll be able to nickname. So if you're looking for a legendary, just kind of give it a nickname as well. It's a good way to get one of those. You can also get Ogre Pawn. I got an Ogre Pawn from one of them as well. It has really weird EVs, but like if you're looking for an Ogre Pawn, it's a free way to get another Ogre Pawn, because you can only get one in your copy of your game. So if you want multiple for like every single form, it's a good way to get Ogre Pawn. I got a Solgaleo and a few other things Shaman. I got some of these down here from some of the robots too. I got the legendary Swords of Justice trio. I got a this one's actually not from the robots, but I got an Entei and a Raikou from them as well. So if you guys have any questions or anything that I did not talk about, let me know in the comments down below. But that's kind of just any way to kind of get pretty much any shiny Pokemon or like any like legendary, pretty much for free. Whether you're looking to complete your Pokedex, use it for competitive Terra raids, whatever you may be looking for it to use it, or just farming Master Ball or like items off them as well. I think some of them also hold ability patches sometimes, so it's a good way to farm ability patches. There's a good way to find that. So a lot of people don't even know about this, but the main thing is, like, keep in mind, like I said earlier, these are all Pokemon that are actually genned in with hacking software, traded out by robots. So if you're against hacking, you're against not using like legitly caught Pokemon, then this may not be for you. But like I said, they're completely legal to be used online. You will not get banned, your game will not get bricked, nothing like that. So they're all legal to be used online or in Terra raids or whatever, or even like in-game, and traded to other players. So if there's anything I forgot to mention or talk about, or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I should be able to pretty much answer everything. A lot of people, like I said, they don't really know about this. They don't know this really exists, and then they kind of struggle to fill up their Pokédex or like struggle to get stuff. So, or they're forced to trade a lot of stuff over from Pokemon Home and kind of waste a lot of time that way, or a bunch of other stuff. If you guys like the video, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I do a bunch more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet stuff over here. I do Wi-Fi battles, shiny hunting, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you guys not want to miss that, subscribe. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody.